Well, it's hot out there, and I know some rain is coming.
I'd rather deal with that than the tropics.
You know,
the tropics, yes.
I keep saying
I'll
it.
keep my sass to myself.
Boring hot forecast in mid-August is better than what is out in the Atlantic right
true.
now.
Yeah, we like it when you're bored.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
We like it when you're bored.
Oh, okay.
I almost threw something in there.
That's kind of what I was expecting.
No, actually, I've been pretty good lately. I can't believe that.
Yeah, you
right?
have.
You know
I think
what?
so.
Something's wrong
been,
with you.
It's been compliments.
Your
Yeah,
best
you have.
behavior.
You're not on your A game with the insults. You are slipping a bit. Hurricane Aaron, it could be much worse as we continue toward the peak of the season. Obviously, the seas have been rocky, to put it mildly, across Florida, the Carolinas, Georgia, and even up toward New Jersey, New York because of Aaron. It did grow in size, so the wind field increased and the higher seas have been an issue. Now, thankfully, the worst of the storm, the most devastating part, the center, is going to remain well offshore. And in fact, conditions really not going to improve dramatically across the East Coast until we get more into late tomorrow night and into early Friday. That's when the storm starts to really quickly move into the North Atlantic as we head toward early next week, approaching as kind of a post-tropical system the British Isles. But otherwise, next day and a half or so, we'll say conditions along the East Coast will still be fairly rough with high surf and rip currents. Just again, as you've heard a lot of those folks say, if you're doing any vacationing or know anyone vacationing out there, stay out of the water. We've got one wave that is coming off of West Africa. Models not really doing much with it. We have Invest 99 with only a medium chance of developing. And then our wave, which is finally starting to show some activity, having a high chance of development. This is not a forecasted cone. This is just indicating the area where this feature may try and organize. And what it looks to do is just follow, whatever it does, follow right behind Aaron. Invest 99 is the one that may try and organize again, albeit probably not anything, at least based on the Hurricane Center's forecast. However, when you look at it on satellite, it certainly has that appearance of a broad circulation. Not certain if it's low level down at the surface. Regardless of that, the model's indicating basically a motion toward the west-southwest, kind of staying at a fairly low latitude. And then notice how the models are kind of all over the place with it as we go through the weekend and early next week. What that is indicating is that the models are saying, I don't think it's going to do anything. And that's what the Euro was saying. Notice the little complex of thunderstorms, but no real organization. The Euro, though, is indicating maybe a bit better organization, again, in that highlighted area, but it is just going to follow right behind the path of Aaron. A weakness in the upper high will allow that storm to just take its path out off the East Coast and away from land altogether. Saw a few lightning strikes late this evening, and there's one little shower that's kind of formed in the northwestern lake and right now over the central part of the lake, or southern part of the lake, with a few passing clouds, but otherwise any rainfall that we did have earlier in the day, which wasn't much, long gone now. So mostly clear to partly cloudy, 83 degrees outside, so it feels like 93. Look, I'd rather deal with the heat and humidity than anything in the tropics. 70s and 80s outside right now, and the dew points in the 70s. We've been talking about the fact that we may see a front move through early next week, bringing with it some slightly less humid air. Now that may mean a little bit of a cool down in the nights and early mornings, but nothing dramatic. Again, it is still August. Why that would happen is we're going to see a persistent upper level troughing pattern, which is going to take us through the next several days. Next couple of days, not really bringing any drier air. What it is helping to do is bringing these little disturbances. One little surface trough is going to move in during the day tomorrow. That will be more of a focus for better rain chances. So I do increase our rain chances for our Thursday with this boundary sitting over us. Followed closely behind, we're going to have a weak front. Now, the front itself is not going to get much push through the next couple of days, so it stalls. It'll keep our rain chances high through Friday and Saturday. By Sunday is when it gets that push, and we do see a slight drop. Again, not dramatic, but a slight drop in humidity starting on Sunday and possibly lasting through much of next week. So while our temperatures are in the 90s here, that slightly less humid air would prevent us from seeing heat indices in the triple digits. Again, it's the little things in August, but if we can get that front to move through, at least it wouldn't be as humid, so not as oppressively muggy. 50 to 60% chance of rain over the next couple of days. More rainfall and a weakening of that upper high should help to keep our temperatures down to more near normal levels. We'll start drying out with that slightly less humid air moving in by Sunday.